Alright, so my pretties, we are back with another episode of Pregnancy Movie Reviews, and today we're gonna react to this story called not story, movie called The Nativity Story. So this film came out in 2006. It's a biblical drama film based on the nativ- nativity of or birth of Jesus. This one was directed by Catherine Hardwicke, and the film pretty much has some actors that I've never heard of or anything like that. So basically, I am going to sit here and talk about this movie. And basically, this takes place, during the time, it's pretty much showing the birth of Jesus Christ, explain why King Herod the Great ordered the act. So basically it's the nativity story, but in a different shown in a different way. And this one, of course, features Mary, who is Joseph's wife. She is pregnant, and God's plan for Mary to carry Mary's son. Plan. So it's honestly a really interesting concept. I mean, it's just a really one of these movies. I mean, even though I'm not too religious or anything like that, but the pregnancy is done very well, especially in its biblical form. And I mean, I really do enjoy this movie. Like, it's just a really great film. I mean, the pregnancy is shown really well done, and you do see the birth of Jesus, which obviously that's the main reason because, there is a pregnant character. And this one is based on the nativity story, which I thought this was a pretty good film. Now, I did see this film like a long time ago, and I gotta say, it was just really great adaptation. Now, we all know about the nativity story. Basically Mary and Joseph go to Bethlehem because Mary's pregnant and she is carrying God's son, who they named Jesus because that's what God intended to. So basically, the story, it goes pretty much the same like any nativity story, you hear around Christmas time or at your local church during the Christmas holidays. So this, I can't really say it's a total Christmas movie, but it does talk about a Christmas story. So I guess you could kind of say it's a kind of a Christmas story, but it's pretty much a nativity story, if a biblical story, but it's still a pretty good movie. I really like the fact that you do get to see Mary pregnant, and it basically stays in the. Apologies for that. My dog is like being crazy right now, so I do apologize if you hear him in the background. Now, I definitely do need to sit here and say is that while this film is actually a pretty good story of the nativity set, it honestly tells a really good story, to which I am really thankful for that it's a really great story. So, I mean, the pregnancy, you do see Mary pregnant, and if I could remember correctly, there are no beer belly scenes, but the film is still good regardless. Like, it's just really good, hearing it any time, with this story, not just, Christmas, which is honestly really good. And my apologies, my dog just barks, so I think he's just trying to play. So, honestly, the film itself is just amazing. I just really liked it. Like, it's got a really good concept. It's really, it flows out really well with the story, and it's just a really good biblical story that has been adapted into film. Now, I know there are other adaptations of the nativity story, like I know Family Guy did a parody of it, and I know some other shows did parodies of it, which, I mean, they were entertaining, yes. I found them pretty fun, but this movie is definitely golden because it takes everything in the best way possible. Like, the actors did a really good job, even though I don't know the actors. I've never heard of them, but it's still a really interesting concept for a story. And I still pretty much like it. Now, this film is like going to be turning 20 years old this year. It's still a really amazing film. It's still really good. I mean, we've got pretty good actors, and, this film, I mean, if you are, a Christian and you want to look for a Christian, movie to watch, whatever it be during Christmas time or whatever, you definitely got to check out this movie, especially if you want to see Mary pregnant, to which I really do recommend this film. Now, I haven't seen this film in like quite a couple years. I can't even remember when the last time I saw this movie. It must have been, years ago. But it is still a it's still really well done. It's really well made. For something that made in 2006, you would probably expect this to take place in the for not take place, but you would expect this film to be made in the 1990s or early 2000s, but it was made in 2006. But for some reason this film kind of reminds me of a film from the 90s. I honestly get 90s vibes when I watch this film. Now, I haven't watched this film in a while, and I probably should watch it sometime in the future, as it's a really it's a really good adaptation of the Nativity story, which I really do like. And I know there's other ones out there that are good, but this one is definitely one of my favorite ones. So, I guess with that being said, let's go on with our score. And that was the Nativity story. I'm going to give this one 10 out of 10 stars. It's a really good biblical old drama film based on the nativity of Jesus. It's a really great film. I mean, you even hear this, during, Christmas most likely, but you guys this is probably a film that you could watch during Christmas time or any time for that matter, because it's not really so much of a Christmas movie per se, but it does take place around that time. So there's definitely that. But I personally do really like this film, and it's just a really amazing and well done film. Like, the actors did a great job. The film itself was just fantastic. I personally really can recommend this movie to anybody who's never seen this movie before. They really need to see this film. This film is just flat out amazing. Like, it's just a really good biblical story. Now, normally I'm not really into biblical, kind of movies, but there are a couple of them that actually are pretty good. And this one is definitely one of them. And, the fact that we do see Mary pregnant in this. So, basically, this film is just really good. So, for those of you guys who want to know, so it was a natural book to the end of The Passion of the Christ, which is another awesome film, which I personally thought it was pretty good, even though that one came out a long time ago. But yeah, I guess with that being said, and that being the case, what did you guys personally think of this film? Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm Shadow the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you enjoy this channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. As always, follow my socials. Links to everything will be in the About page section, so you guys can go follow me on there. As always, I will be catching you all in the next video, whenever that will be. So I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, and like always, roll the outro, because I'm out. What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave
to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Ms. Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, stay pretty.